Good evening, Belize. It's Monday and you're watching News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Heartbreak and horror on the eve of Valentine's Day. A simmering tension erupts into tragedy. Two young cousins, Zamar Alvarez and Calvert Webster, gunned down as they walked along a neighborhood sidewalk in Belmopan. Also tonight, the widening net in the murder of Elroy Bainton. Police charged two more men, Isaiah Beeks and Cameron Lozano, now formally accused of murder. Plus, the PUP marked 75 years with major new resolutions and a renewed endorsement of Prime Minister Briceño as party leader. A scare at Belize Elementary School, an abrupt evacuation after the sharp smell of butane sweeps across the campus late this morning. What we know tonight. And discussions resume on the future of public transport. The Ministry of Transport back at the table with industry stakeholders, taking the next step toward a national bus company. Those stories and more straight ahead. News 5 starts now.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. Love your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Benquip Equipment Parts Service.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome back. Tonight, a wave of fear that's been building in Belmopan has ended in heartbreak. After a bold daylight murder of a delivery driver and a string of armed robberies, residents were already on edge. But on the eve of Valentine's Day, that tension erupted into tragedy. Two cousins, 21-year-old Zamar Alvarez and 20-year-old Calvert Webster, were gunned down as they walked along a neighborhood sidewalk. Their killings have shaken an anxious community and left one mother pleading for answers, compassion, and justice. News 5's Paul Lopez has the story.
From the shocking broad daylight murder of a delivery truck driver a month ago, to a prominent business owner now reporting that his delivery men have been robbed twice in only 2 weeks. Concerns about public safety in Belmopan are growing fast. That tension boiled over on the eve of Valentine's Day when two cousins became the latest victims of a deadly shooting. Just before 8 o'clock, 21-year-old Zamar Alvarez and 20-year-old Calvert Webster were walking along this sidewalk with several others when someone pulled a gun and opened fire, killing them where they stood. The victims were cousins, Alvarez's mother rushed to the scene after a relative in the police department called her. Distraught and in disbelief, she spoke with News 5 while holding a photo of her son in her lap.
I miss my child. I'm his mother. I'm his aunt. I'm his uncle. My mama I'm the only child from my mom. I tried my best. I did my very best. Nobody in my family is a gangbang person. My child is not a gangbanger. I always told him, I'm your gang. I am your gang. You're my gang. I work hard for my son. So please, I beg you, the lies, the things that you guys are saying about my child, please stop. I just want you guys to know my tears that I dropped, the tears. You guys took away my everything, my joy. He was my hope. He was my peace. I love Zamar Alvarez so much. I love my child.
Alvarez remembers the short life of her firstborn and the shock of losing him so suddenly.
I don't know who would want to hurt him. He recently came back from Esquipula. That's a place where Algarifanas go to Guatemala every year. He went there and he went and prayed for me, his brother and his sister. And he said, Mom, everything will be okay. My son came back from Esquipula. He brought a cross. Because I'm Catholic, he brought a cross and he said, Mommy, this is for me.
Zamar Alvarez was an aspiring musician. His lyrics spoke about the realities of life in the streets, the economic challenges, and at times the violence associated with living certain lifestyles. The two cousins were inseparable, but were they known to police? Reports suggest the cousins were linked to a group of criminals in the capital city. Minister of Home Affairs Oscar Mira told News 5 that authorities believe the double homicide is linked to recent violence in La Democracia and Belize City.
It is a spill-off of what happened in Democracia. It's a spill-off of what happened in Belize City. And unfortunately, these guys came to hide in Belmopan. The police department is actively pursuing all the leads that they have. We have done significant work and we have done significant investigations. The Commissioner of Police has assured me that nothing will be left unturned, and we are going to solve this latest murder that happened in Belmopan. We are having a lot of pushback from the family. They don't want to come and say anything. They don't want to cooperate with investigations, and there has been a lot of talk and a lot of noise on Facebook and social media.
Alvarez says she has been in close communication with investigators. She's holding on to hope that the person who killed her son and nephew will be caught and held accountable. And despite the rumors, this grieving mother insists the criminal allegations against her son simply aren't true.
I must say that I am very grateful and I respect the job that they're doing. They came to me, I give them all the information that I know, but like what I told them, I am not aware of what time he left from home, but I am working with them. I'm totally working with them. I really want them to get caught. I want justice for my child, and I will leave everything in the hands of God.
As investigators search for a motive and try to pinpoint who pulled the trigger, the families of Zamar Alvarez and Calvert Webster are left struggling with a loss that's almost too heavy to bear. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Tonight we hear from the families fighting to clear their loved ones' names. News 5 traveled to La Democracia, where Calvert Webster's sister firmly rejected suggestions that he or his cousin Zamar were mixed up in criminal activity. She told us Calvert had just passed the Coast Guard exam, applied for a welding program at UB, and was in Belmopan on Friday picking up his BDF application form. Steps, she says, prove he was building a future, not looking for trouble. And as the families defend the young man's character, police continue working the double murder investigation. Assistant Superintendent Stacy Smith shares the latest on where the case stands tonight.
What the investigation has disclosed so far is that both Webster and Alvarez were in a group of 4 or so male persons when they were fired upon.
That means there are witnesses available.
It is an ongoing investigation. There have been some developments that were made in the course of this investigation, and the media will be advised as more information is known.
Might the police have received any information that the young men had been involved in the robbery of a delivery truck in Belmopan recently?
What I can say is that one of the male person, I believe Mr. Webster, was in fact a person of interest in relation to a report that was made, a robbery report.
But police do not believe there's any connection.
As I stated, it is an ongoing investigation. We are hopeful that the leads that we have gathered so far will bring more clarity as to the motive in this incident.
Any suspects?
Pardon?
Any suspects?
Yes.
Anyone we call first, he may wa take. That was him. He wasn't gang affiliated. He was a baller. We were not aware of any beef regarding Calvert. We don't know about any beef. The only thing we can say is that it had to be someone he knew and trusted. What make me think that is that he was all for his friends. His friends called a wee house. They call my brother get up, my brother feed them there. Right here at my house. He feed them. They don't have shirt, he give it to them. They don't have light, he tell Neko, I am at my house. That was my brother. He look out for everybody.
Police say they're now following several new leads, while the family insists Calvert was a loyal friend whose character, not criminal ties, defined the young man they lost. Police say the case is finally cracking open. Tonight, investigators have 2 more men in custody for the murder of Elroy Bainton, widening what officers describe as a fast-moving probe into a deadly chain of events in Ladyville. Detectives linked Isaiah Nigel Beeks and Cameron Lozano to the January 25th shooting, bringing the number of accused to 3 after last week's arrest of Carol Paul Rodas. But authorities believe this wasn't an isolated attack. They're connecting Bainton's killing to another fatal shooting that same night. Violence, they say, erupted from an internal dispute tied to the drug trade. Assistant Superintendent Stacy Smith explains how new evidence pointed investigators straight to Beeks and Lozano, and why police now think these incidents were all part of the same dangerous fallout.
As it relates to the ongoing investigation into the murder of Elroy Bainton that occurred on the 25th of January 2026, on 14 February 2026, police officers in Ladyville formally arrested and jointly charged Isaiah Nigel Beeks and Cameron Lozano for the crime of murder.
Beeks and Lozano appeared before Chief Magistrate Deborah Rogers today, where they were both read a single charge of murder. Chief Magistrate Rogers informed them that since the charge is murder, no plea can be taken from them at the lower court, and they will be remanded to prison until their next court appearance. Meanwhile, police on Keycocker say quick response made all the difference after gunfire shattered the quiet in the Bahia area on Thursday night. Officers rushed toward the sound of shots around 9 o'clock, only to find a golf cart racing to the clinic with an injured man on board. 22-year-old Dominic Castillo had been shot in the back and needed urgent care before being transferred to the KHMH. As investigators pieced together what happened, their search led them to 29-year-old Javon Moody. Today, he was formally arrested and charged for keeping a firearm and ammunition without a license. Police say the recovery of the weapon is a key step in understanding what sparked the violence. Assistant Superintendent Stacy Smith breaks down how officers tracked Moody down and what investigators believe unfolded that night.
Upon approaching that area, they observed a golf cart with 3 male occupants, which was speeding away from the scene of the incident. That golf cart was pursued, and a male person, later identified as Moody, was observed throwing a firearm. Mr. Moody was taken back to the location where the firearm was thrown, and the firearm, when inspected, was learned to be a 9mm Taurus brand pistol, which contained a magazine with 7 live rounds of 9mm ammunition. Moody was additionally charged for the offense of possession of controlled drugs after a search on his person led to the discovery of a Ziploc bag which contained suspected cocaine. Also, in the course of this investigation, police additionally recovered a .38 revolver with 3 live rounds of .38 caliber ammunition, and from the scene of that incident, 7 expended shells were recovered. These firearm and ammunition, as well as the expended shells, have since been packaged and submitted to the National Forensic and Science Services Laboratory, where testing will be conducted to see if they are related to the incident, and that will also inform what, if any, additional charges will be brought against Mr. Moody.
Does police know if the shooting victim was the original target?
What we have learned is that Mr. Moody and the victim went to that area, and it is believed that they went there with nefarious intentions and they were met with equal hostility.
So one of those firearms, the 48, I think you said? 38. That does not belong to Moody's group, or you don't know?
We don't know. We are hoping that the investigation and the analysis will provide further clarity in that regard.
In other crime news, 2 teens, one 16, the other 18 years old, Kristen Fernandez, are now behind bars for the brazen shooting of security guard Justo Pineda outside JL's Quick Loan. Pineda, 49, survived and is recovering, while police hit the pair with attempted murder charges. Fernandez, already arraigned earlier for an unlicensed firearm, has been remanded to the Belize Central Prison. The minor is held at Wagner's youth facility. Fernandez admitted he carried the gun because of threats and his mother's murder. With charges too serious for bail or plea, both teens returned to court on April 16, 2026.
Police have formally arrested and charged Kristen Carrie Fernandez, an 18-year-old Belizean, for the offense of kept firearm without a gun license and kept ammunition without a gun license. Also charged in that incident was a 16-year-old minor who was charged separately for the offense of kept firearm without a gun license and kept ammunition without a gun license. The charges so far relate to police's investigation into the report of a shooting incident that occurred sometime around 10:30 p.m. on Thursday, 12 February 2026. The arresting officers reported that they were on Youth for the Future drive when their attention was drawn to the sounds of shots being fired, and they were also alerted via the control room that a male person was shot at JL's Quick Loan located on Clegon Street in Belize City. The officers proceeded to the area and they observed 2 male persons, and these male persons were pursued. When the 2 male persons who were observed coming from the direction of North Front Street over the Bell China Bridge were observed and pursued, one was struck down in the vicinity of West Collette Canal, and he was observed throwing a firearm, and the other minor was also struck down and he too was observed to be in possession of a firearm. What we know so far in the course of this investigation is that a security guard that was doing security services at jail's Quick Loan was at that place of employment when two male persons are reported to have went to that establishment and fired several shots, resulted in the male person, namely the security guard, being injured. Those male persons then fled with two firearms, being the property of the security company. We have since confirmed that the firearms that were recovered were in fact the firearm that belonged to the company. And as this investigation continues, it is anticipated that additional charges will be brought in relation to that particular incident.
And as investigators dig deeper, police say more charges could follow as they work to pin down exactly what led to the violent attack outside the loan office. A long-promised upgrade to healthcare in the capital is finally here. Belmopan's NHI rollout is set to begin next week. Area Representative Oscar Mira is urging residents to sign up and secure affordable quality care. What this means for you, coming up.
The NEBL bounces off with a big opening weekend this Friday night at the Belize Civic Center. The Biting Tiger Sharks goes head-to-head with the Upstart Cayo Western Ballers in our 7:30 p.m. opener. Then in Game 2 at 9 p.m., the big bad Belize City Defenders will try to defend the city as they come under fire from the Orange Walk Running Rebels. At the end of the first and third quarter, fans will get a chance to win cell phones, TVs, weekend stay, plus more. The first 300 kids get a free popcorn. Ozzy the Clown will be clowning around the debut of the NEBL Girls. And at halftime, the big $5,000 cash Ministry of Tourism, Youth, Sports and Diaspora Relations Shooting Challenge. The General Super G alongside Champion Squad out of Miami, No Fear DJs and more. On Saturday night, 8 p.m., we head to Belmopan at the UB Gymnasium as the Belmopan Trojans look to overthrow the new Warriors from the North, the Corozal Spartans. Giveaways all night, plus live performance by Vida, sponsored by the Government of Belize.
Some years ago, about 2 to 3 years ago, we were approached by the community through the Village Council of Yammer Grove, Toledo, and they were once sharing a system with Laguna. And during the dry season, the water system and the communities faced challenges in regards to the supply of water because of the water tables going low. Therefore, we sat down with our partners, UNICEF, and our management team at the ministry, and we decided, you know what, we'll try to find a secondary source for this community.
A lot of the work we do is measured by how well we are taking care of our children, and making sure children have safe, clean drinking water is a big part of the work that we do, and it's very important for us to ensure that we do a good job at that.
We feel proud of this great accomplishment and work in which we can serve our students, our young children, and our fellow Belizeans.
Me, and I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group Plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group Plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
The Public Utilities Commission advises the public that it has conducted a comprehensive review of market conditions in the telecommunications sector, and as part of this process, has prepared an initial determination outlining the preliminary findings on whether any licensee may hold a position of market dominance in accordance with Section 42 of the Belize Telecommunications Act. This assessment is evidence-based and forward-looking and is intended to safeguard consumers and other users of telecommunications services by identifying where competitive limitations may be scarce to prevent risks such as excessive pricing, reduced service quality, limited choices, and unfair treatment. In conducting this assessment, the PUC reviewed regional and international regulatory approaches to guide localized assessment under Belize's legislative framework. The initial determination identifies the relevant telecommunication markets as follows. Retail markets include services supplied directly to end users, including fixed, mobile, and bundled offerings. Wholesale markets include services and facilities supplied on a non-retail basis provided to other licensees or users under conditions different from standard retail offerings. Additionally, this determination is structured to support informed public engagement and includes 11 consultation questions to obtain stakeholder feedback. The document on public consultation, Initial Determination on Market Dominance, can be viewed in its entirety at www.puc.bz. The PUC invites written comments from all interested parties, including licensees, consumers, consumer representatives, and the general public. Comments should be submitted to info@puc.bz by 4 p.m. on March 2nd, 2026, and include in the subject line, Comments, Initial Determination on Market Dominance.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures. Customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter. Smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights. Distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Cada conexión es más que solo una señal, es un estudiante abriendo las puertas a su futuro a través de la educación digital. Una mente joven atreviéndose a soñar en grande. Nuestra cultura compartida con el mundo en tiempo real. y héroes cotidianos respondiendo al llamado del deber cívico. Cuando nos conectamos con Digi, empoderamos a Belice.
My name is Carlton Jack Young, and I've been fishing in these waters for over 40 years. I used to work fishing from I was about 15 years old. I was the #1 fisherman for the Cove for many years. I was a member of the Fishery Advisory Board who makes decisions on these fishing areas.
Fishermen like Jack Young can tell you about a time when it seemed Belize's bounty was never ending.
And when we get alongside the boat and we check, we had 100 mutton snappers.
But he can also tell you about the alarming differences in the number of available reef fish, such as the Nassau grouper, from then to now.
The fishermen, they go out there and they sit there for hours before they could catch some of them. They are not there like they used to.
Nassau groupers reproduce between the months of December and March. To ensure a good catch the following season, fishing of Nassau groupers is closed during the spawning season and carefully regulated the rest of the year. During the open fishing season, Nassau groupers must be landed whole and may not be less than 20 inches or greater than 30 inches. In Belize, there are 13 spawning aggregation sites where Nassau groupers and other reef fish are protected. These are Rocky Point, Monger Key, Dog Flea, Key Buckell, Northern Two Key, Sandbore, South Point, Key Glory or Emily, Northeast Point, Gladden Spit, Nicholas Key, Seal Key, and Rise and Fall Bank. Consumers have a part to play as well. By declining to purchase the critically endangered Nassau grouper, especially non-regulation size, you help ensure populations have a chance to restock. By adhering to regulations and protecting spawning sites, we can support fish stock replenishment and the livelihoods of future fishermen.
If they do it the right way, we might have it for a little longer. But if they don't do proper control, we'll lose it entirely.
Over the weekend, the People's United Party packed Belmopan Comprehensive School with roughly 1,500 delegates for its National Party Council meeting, an event the party says was all about unity, momentum, and charting the course ahead. Framed by its 75th anniversary celebrations, the PUP used the gathering to adapt a slate of progressive resolutions, including a fresh endorsement of Prime Minister John Bersenio as party leader. Delegates also backed the pause in the BTL SpeedNet acquisition talks, supported the final rollout phase of the National Health Insurance Program, and reaffirmed the Million Tree Initiative. From the podium, party leader John Bersenio outlined the vision behind these decisions. Here's part of what he had to say.
I think from 2016, when the Honorable John Bersenio took over as leader,
businesses are thriving and more jobs are being created. We have restored confidence here at home and we have restored confidence abroad. But we did not do these things simply to recover. Yes, we did these things to better the lives of everyone, but we also did them to prepare. We're preparing our young people for careers in a changing global economy. We're preparing communities with roads, better electricity, digital access, and services that attract investments. We're preparing our institutions to be more transparent, more accountable, and more responsive to you, the people we serve. Why? Because we are future focused.
We also heard from Belmopan Area Representative Oscar Mira, who says Saturday's turnout sent a strong signal. Supporters are paying attention, and they expect the party to keep delivering. But instead of focusing on election talk, still more than 3 years away, Mira says the real work now is meeting voters where they are and responding to their everyday concerns.
I think from 2016, when the Honorable John Briceño took over as leader of this party, he managed to unify. Listen, the People's United Party, that the oldest party in Belize, it's the only political party who has won more than anybody else. And under the leadership of the Prime Minister, Honorable John Briceño, we have seen where the mandate, and it's true, and the deputy said it, in 2020, we had a massive victory. And we commented and said, you know what, I don't think we'll ever see a victory as big as this one. And then we had another election, and the victory was bigger. The mandate was bigger. We're not a perfect party. There are mistakes, but we will work on those mistakes, and we will make sure that we take it back to the people. They are the ones who have elected us. They are the ones who are going to give us that mandate again. Are we ready? We're ready for win and win again.
One of the biggest takeaways from Saturday's PUP National Party Council meeting is news that many Belmopan residents have been waiting on for months. The rollout of national health insurance in the capital is finally about to begin. Area Representative Oscar Mira says the delays are now behind them, and contracts for NHI providers will be signed next week. He's urging residents to get registered, calling the program a major step toward affordable, quality health care for everyone in Belmopan. Here's what he had to say.
We have been waiting for NHI for last year. We had hoped that by November of last year, NHI would have been rolled out in Belmopan. There were some technical difficulties, but we have now, as you heard, next week we are going to sign those contracts for NHI. NHI gives everybody in Belmopan that assurance that you can go and get quality health care for a fraction of the price. This is how this government is investing in its people. So we don't just take the Bolido money and say, make we invest in something. We're investing it in what matters. We're investing it in NHI, in health, and we have been out in Belmopan making sure that everybody is educated about NHI, and I urge everyone, as soon as you can go and register, take your Social Security card and register for NHI.
Mira says the next big step is simple. Belmopan residents should get registered so they're ready to benefit as NHI finally rolls out. Tonight, health officials across the Americas are alerting the region. A sharp rise in chikungunya cases is triggering new warnings from the Pan American Health Organization. After years of relatively low activity, the virus is resurging in several countries, and PAHO says the spike is being fueled by extreme heat and the return of local transmission in places that hadn't seen the disease in years. The concern now is preparation. PAHO is urging governments to boost surveillance, strengthen clinic care, especially for vulnerable groups, and step up mosquito control efforts as the Aedes aegypti population grows. And for the public, the message is simple. Limit mosquito exposure, eliminate standing water, and take precautions to prevent further spread. PAHO says the region has seen this before, but with high temperatures and multiple virus strains circulating, the risk of larger outbreaks is back on the radar. Up next, a strong smell of butane sends Belize Elementary into emergency mode. Classrooms cleared, parents alerted, and firefighters rushing in. What caused the sudden evacuation and how the school moved quickly to keep students safe. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Registering the debt of a person is a crucial legal process done through the Civil Registry Department and Vital Statistics Unit, which allows you to obtain an official debt certificate. The new Civil Registry and Vital Statistics System, CRVS, makes it easy. Register online or visit an office countrywide. The debt registration process involves providing the necessary details about the deceased and the details of their debt. Register a debt promptly to avoid any delays or additional fees for late registration. Who can register a debt? Any person with an original medical certificate for the cause of debt, MCCD, issued by the medical facility certifying the debt. The new CRVS, digitally connecting citizens to all vital statistics services. Visit crvs.gov.pz to complete the debt registration process with ease and care. We have exciting news for you. RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town. Now, you can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Cayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved ones.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Cayo. Visit us today or call to schedule an appointment. Your future starts here.
A postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, text, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio. 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Need a fresh new kitchen, flip that switch ignition. GE appliances shine. Every knob, every line, all align and turn the shower on. Feel gold, colder in the chrome. So bold from the tiles to the tiny screws. We've got the wow you'll choose. All in one place, Design Depot. Everything you need for the life you want. Let's go! From the floor to the paint to the patio glow. Build it up, light it up. Watch your dream home grow. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place.
Design Depot. All in one place.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
I crossed borders in Central America, searching for the stories behind the places we think we know. I'm Sabrina Daly, traveling as a Belizean, curious about the culture, the people, and the experiences that make each destination stand out. From the spirited landscapes of Honduras to the evolving heartbeat of El Salvador.
Go Pupusas!
This journey explores what it really feels like to travel our region. This is Across Borders.
My data done, and I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that work?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
Belize is transforming the way taxes are managed with the Semi-Autonomous Revenue Authority, a modern system built on flexibility, efficiency, and accountability. SAR will have its own human resource policies, ensuring faster hiring, fairer opportunities, and competitive pay that rewards performance. The SARA will also manage its own budget, making it easier to fund what matters most: better technology, improved taxpayer services, and stronger enforcement when needed. With this flexibility comes responsibility. Independent audits, public reports, and parliamentary oversight will ensure full transparency. SARA's transparency, flexibility, and efficiency will ensure smarter decision-making, better taxpayer service, and responsible use of public funds. SARA, flexibility to serve you better, accountability to serve you right.
A scare at Belize Elementary School forced an abrupt evacuation after the strong smell of butane swept across the campus late this morning. Just after 11:30, administrators activated the school's emergency plan, calling the fire department, clearing classrooms, and alerting parents as the situation unfolded in real time. The source of the fumes was a leaking gas tank at a nearby burger shop, one of two vendors the school has long worried about because their tanks sit so close to the campus entrance. During the evacuation, News 5's Shane Williams spoke with Principal Mahiba Sharp about what triggered the alarm and how the school moved hundreds of students to safety.
We started smelling butane, and it got stronger and stronger. The smell was, getting into our classrooms and even outside all around the campus. And so we activated our emergency plan, which is to dismiss them right away, call the fire department so that they could address it. Seems the source is the little burger hut that's right in front of the school.
How was the emergency evacuation executed? It seems that it's going smoothly.
Yes, very smoothly. We have SMS with our parents, so they get a message right away, and they also got an email. And every single class has a class chat. So they will get it from me, from email, and from their class teacher. So that will go out in seconds. And then parents, were able to come here rather quickly. So you'll see them being dismissed right now.
Do you expect the students to return today, or that's it for today?
No, that's it for today. So they'll return tomorrow.
School officials say classes resume tomorrow now that firefighters have secured the area and the source of the gas leak has been contained. The Ministry of Transport says the new national bus company is now officially registered. And once shareholders sign off in the coming weeks, 17 operators will merge under the company on March 1st. Those operators will hold 39% of the company, valued at $19.4 million. Government will take a 45% stake worth $22 million, while the remaining 15%, $70.5 million in shares, will be reserved for institutional investors like insurance firms and the Social Security Board.
Today and in the next few days, the legal stuff is going on. We, in essence, will have 15 bus operators, right? The 31 minus the 17, and the 17 being one. Well, we're talking a significant consolidation. And so, moving forward, we anticipate as we go that this consolidation will yield tremendous benefits to Belize. It will benefit from economies of scale, as has been presented by Mr. Pinello, where we can buy in bulk now. Fuel costs will go down further. And this is for the present fleet of diesel buses we're talking about. When we reach the point for which we have a transition period from March 1st to the end of August, then we start to get the electric buses replacing the diesel buses. You will see a much more significant drop in the operating costs of the company.
Many of the operators who are not participating are in the north, based in Corozal and Orange Walk. You said the door is open. How long does it stay open?
It will be up to them. We've heard varied reasons from the operators who have not participated. Some of them are, kind of natural to say, well, we want to see if this thing will work first, and then we'll make a decision. So that's kind of natural. A few of, to be honest, a part of it, to be blunt, is political. A couple of the persons there said that they are members of the United Democratic Party and will never support this.
And as the merger takes shape, the ministry says non-participating operators will face the same upgraded standards and, for the first time, rental fees to use terminals that will now fall under the company's ownership.
I foresee that some of them might not be able to meet the conditions going forward. But them not meeting the conditions is not our business. They don't meet the conditions, then they will feel what the law says that they must happen to them. It's as simple as that. We have to improve the standard. We cannot remain the way we are currently, no.
But has there been the establishment of an executive team who heads the company, the executive hierarchy that follows thereafter?
The company has been formed. At this point, it has one director. The subscriptions are being perfected for the operators to sign on to, which we are scheduling for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, so that by early next week, there can be, we're aiming for a general meeting on the 27th, which is next Friday. At that general meeting, the directors of the board will be selected by the members, the general members, and that board with its chair will then select its management team. So March 1st, which is a Sunday, is when it launches. All the road service permits, all the buses that then start servicing on March 1st are then going to be technically National Bus Company owned. All the terminals, we're having all of those in there, and then we go forward to develop the company together.
Anna Logue is now steering the ship at the National Bus Company, appointed as its sole director, that is, until members come together to elect a full board. 21 firefighters recognized for years of running toward danger when others can't. The long service awards and the sacrifice behind the medals, why officials say a stronger fire service is on the way. Stay with us.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
Are you a forward-thinking farmer ready to adopt climate-smart practices? The future of farming is resilient, sustainable, and profitable, and we're here to help you achieve just that. Whether cultivating half an acre or 200 acres, DFC offers affordable financing options and a matching grant up to $12,000 for Window 1 and up to $60,000 for Window 2 to help make your farm climate smart, withstand unpredictable weather patterns, and adopt practices that enhance productivity and efficiency. This program is ideal for farmers and cooperatives. Women farmers are highly encouraged to take advantage. Join us in creating a resilient and sustainable agricultural future for Belize. Apply now and take the next step towards a stronger, greener tomorrow.
información del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México ahora pueden ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal. Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno. Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Every connection we make is more than just a signal. It's a student unlocking a future through digital education. A young mind daring to dream bigger. Our culture shared with the world in real time. And everyday heroes answering the call of civic duty. When we connect with Digi, we empower Belize.
"21 of Belize's bravest are being celebrated this week. Firefighters who've spent 10, 15, even 25 years rushing toward danger while the rest of us run from it. The Belize Fire Service honored these men and women with long service awards, recognizing the countless lives and properties they've protected across the country. News 5's Brittany Gordon was at the ceremony and has the story.
A house fire can turn deadly in minutes. Experts say flames can double in size in under 60 seconds. Quick response is often the difference between loss and survival, which is why a strong fire service matters. This month, the Ministry of Public Service and Disaster Risk Management honored 21 of Belize's longest-serving firefighters. These men and women have spent years, some decades, protecting lives and property across the country. Minister Henry Charles Usher highlighted why the Long Service Award carries such significance.
This is the Long Service Award for our firefighters, those that have served 10, 15, 20 and 25 years. It's a small token of the appreciation the government of Belize has for the work that they do, the sacrifices that they make, and of course for the dedication that they have shown to the National Fire Service. These are firefighters that are often overlooked as part of our service corps. And we're happy that we're able to show our appreciation and also to recognize and to respect the work that this National Fire Service does.
Usher praised the firefighters for their courage, discipline, and unwavering dedication to keeping Belizeans safe. He said the job demands sacrifice, resilience, and a rock-solid commitment to public safety, qualities each awardee has demonstrated throughout their years of service.
Certainly what you see here are dedicated officers. You have persons who, especially those 20 and 25 years, who have been through so many different challenges, national emergencies, technological changes, increase in public expectation in terms of the public expecting so much more from our National Fire Service. And we're happy that we're able to provide this token of appreciation, but also to show that we're serious about investing in our National Fire Service. We want to improve the services that they provide.
The ceremony brought together firefighters from every corner of the country, from Corozal all the way down to Toledo. Fire Chief Colin Gillett said each awardee has consistently gone above and beyond their call of duty, all in service to Belize and the communities they protect.
We're very happy to acknowledge the dedication of our firefighters and other officers of the National Fire Service. Like you said, some of them have been here for 25 years and above, which shows that through all the years when things weren't as great, they stuck through it just because of their dedication to the work and the people of the community they serve.
Following the ceremony, officials toured the incomplete National Fire Service headquarters in Belize City. Usher says that the new facility is designed to enhance capacity and improve working conditions for personnel across the country.
We're happy that we're able to have a new building for the administrative headquarters, and as I said publicly, we want to make sure that in this term we build national headquarters. Unfortunately, the last administration sold out the national headquarters without a plan to really have one in place, so we're looking forward to getting that done. We're happy also that we were able to get the allowances for firefighters approved. These are some allowances that they have been fighting for some time. And of course, we're looking at the organizational structure and to make sure that we properly compensate our firefighters.
Belize's ability to respond to emergencies rests on the courage, discipline, and unwavering dedication of frontline workers like these, men and women who step into danger every day to keep the rest of us safe. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
A police corporal from Belize City has been sidelined pending a misconduct probe after the Commissioner of Police ordered Corporal Kenrick Ball suspended with full pay while investigators dig into several allegations tied to disciplinary breaches inside the department. In a letter dated February 13th, the Standards and Accountability Branch informed Ball that all police powers are on hold as the inquiry proceeds, citing provisions that allow the Compol to remove any officer found negligent or unfit for duty. The suspension, stamped and signed by Deputy Commissioner Bar Jones, signals a serious internal review as the department pushes for higher accountability within its ranks. Incidentally, Ball's recent refusal to cut his dreadlocks has stirred public debate as he cites his Rastafarian faith as the reason. However, Commissioner of Police Dr. Richard Rosado stated that the department takes policy compliance seriously and had referred the matter to the Attorney General's Ministry for advice. We reached out to Ball's attorney, Leslie Mendez, who told News 5, quote, "We have sent a pre-action letter to the Belize Police Department and the AG stating our position that the request for Officer Ball to remove his locks is unconstitutional. We also note that the refusal to appoint Officer Ball to the executive of the Police Association also lacks legal justification. Today we asked for further details of the reason for his suspension. We are awaiting their response." End quote. A quiet Saturday night in Roaring Creek turned tragic when passing motorists spotted a man lying motionless behind a wrecked motorcycle on the George Price Highway. When police arrived, they found 29-year-old Manuel Munguia already unresponsive, his damaged bike nearby telling the story of a violent crash. Investigators now believe Munguia was heading toward Belmopan, where he drifted into the opposite lane and slammed head-on into an SUV. ASP Stacey Smith breaks down what officers uncovered at the scene and where the investigation goes from here.
Roaring Creek police are investigating a fatal road traffic accident which led to the death of 29-year-old Manuel Munguia. The investigation commenced on Saturday, 14 February 2026 at approximately 9:20 p.m. when officers in that jurisdiction were advised of the presence of an unresponsive male person near miles 47 and 48 on the George Price Highway. The officers proceeded to that location where they indeed made that observation, and they also observed a Lifan brand motorcycle which showed signs of damage, as well as a guardrail which also showed sign of damage. Police also encountered a male person on the scene who was driving an SUV, and that SUV also showed signs of damage on the driver's side. What we have learned so far in the course of this ongoing investigation is that Mungia was traveling from the direction of Belize City to Belmopan, and it is reported that he veered into the lane of the oncoming traffic, and when he would have collided with that vehicle, his motorcycle careened and collided into the guardrail, which caused his untimely demise. A notice of intended prosecution has been served to the driver in relation to the investigation. In terms of alcohol, a toxicology report would shed light as it relates to the victim, and I do not believe one was extracted from the driver of the other vehicle.
For any parent, there's nothing more terrifying than watching your child in pain while doctors struggle to explain what's wrong. That's the nightmare facing new parents Deandra Samuels and Kamar Ferguson, whose 18-month-old son, baby Kamar, has spent months slipping in and out of hospitals with a mystery illness no one in the system can diagnose. What started as a routine fever back in November has spiraled into repeated admissions, transfusions, and a level of uncertainty no family should have to navigate alone. And after multiple visits to the KHMH, his parents say they've been told the specialists needed to identify his condition simply aren't available in Belize. Tonight, they're not pointing fingers. They're pleading for answers. A mother and father desperate for clarity as their little boy grows weaker and time becomes a luxury they no longer feel they have. News 5's Shane Williams spoke with the family as they continue their search for a diagnosis and for hope.
It started last November. He had a high fever from a Thursday to a Friday. Son, we come out Monday. Went to the clinic in Ladyville. They just gave us Tylenol and flu medication, stating it was flu. Then we went back because he had a tummy ache. They did some just normal routine touching his tummy and said nothing else. They did a blood test. Blood test came back and his blood was at 5. That same day they referred us straight to KHMH. And we were admitted there for 2 weeks, and they run multiple tests and all of them come out negative. They told us that Belize cannot diagnose the baby. He needed a special doctor for the blood, which is a hematologist. And they only are in Cancun, Merida, and no one is supposed to have one in Chetumal.
It's been hard because like coming home, seeing him, like he just weak. He can you go one morning and he all alive and thing, and so like he just active, and then when you come home, he just sad and no one move and so. And like you want to do the most, but you can't do anything.
With the platelets and the blood, they get significant weight loss. Even though he eats, he still loses a lot of weight. Because of those, he have an enlarging spleen, kidney and liver at the moment, so his tummy is very extended, and every day he constantly in pain.
How many times have you been to the hospital?
We were admitted in November, December, January, and February. And in between those, we go sometime in the evening, and then we stay in emergency, then just get discharged from emergency. And every time we do go to the hospital within those times, he either had to get transfused for blood or transfused for platelets.
The family's next fundraiser will be a food sale at the Doublehead Village stop of the La Ruta Maya race. Up next on Sports Monday, the weekend's top play, straight from the fields and roads of Belize. Start your day the right way with your morning boost. Get moving with energizing workouts, refreshing yoga sessions, and easy tips to keep your mind and body in balance. From fitness to personal growth and positivity, we're here to kickstart your mornings with motivation that lasts all day. Wake up to wellness. Your morning boost, every day at 6 a.m.
I'm Brittany. My stories are heartfelt and bring a fresh perspective. On the job, there is no challenge too great. Flooded highways, raging fires, or asking tough questions. My determination and willingness to connect with people help to deliver stories that put you, our viewers, at the forefront of issues. My motto: accurate, timely, and relevant. I am News 5.
Good evening, Belizeans at home and abroad. I'm Shane Williams. Thanks for joining us. This week, we're taking you back onto the fields and on the open roads for the biggest moment in cycling, football, and softball in this edition of Sports Monday. Cupid traded arrows for Era helmets on Sunday as the Cycling Federation of Belize rolled out its 2026 Valentine's Cycling Race. The annual event took off at 9 a.m. from in front of Hody's Place in San Ignacio, sending riders across the George Price Highway in 3 thrilling races: Open Elite and Masters, Junior and Youth, and Open Women. The marquee 65-mile ride to Benquevejo del Carmen delivered a strong showing from the pros, but it all came down to a sprint for the finish that delivered redemption for Henry Moreira of Anthony Mahler's Digi Alliance, who was outclassed by Brandon Catus and others in a similar sprint for their New Year's race. Caden Sutherland of G-Flow Cycling sprinted in for second, followed by James Alford of Phoenix Cycling Team in third, and Brandon Catus of Running Rebels battle cramps to finish fourth after a competitive push to the line.
When Bob gone again before 6 Mile Bridge, Alford managed to chase her, and he bring her back and he stay up on the front. One time he catch Bob and they continue push, and I realized that he pull off and everybody pull off, so I said that be my chance where I go, because I did like 500 yards from the line, so I said I know never, and I just move, and when I make that attempt for gun, I say everybody second guess who want chase, and I just pick up the momentum and I just hold it all the way to the line now, so I have to give God thanks now for giving me the health and strength.
In the women's 42-mile race heading east to Old Belize, Patricia Chavarria of Chavarria Cycling Team captured first place with a determined ride. Leanne Chota of Troyer Treat Cycling Team secured second, while Gabriel Lovell of Lovell Team rounded out the podium in third. In the men's junior division, Jamal Tablada of Griga Cycling Team rode to victory, followed by Kian Tench in second and Kyran Budram of Rolling Shutters in third. For the women's junior race, Leanne Chota again found the podium's top step, taking first ahead of Chelsea Gillett of Top Flight Cycling. Henry Moreira doubled up on Valentine's Glory, also taking first in the Masters category. Brandon Catus of Running Rebels finished second, and Kent Bob Gabriel of SPD Cycling Team claimed third. From San Ignacio to Western Border and down to the coast, the Valentine's race once again proved that cycling fans got their fair share of heart-pounding action this February. It was a football frenzy in Belize City on Sunday as the Belize District Football Association's 3K incentive matches lived up to the hype, giving fans some family-friendly action, rivalry drama, and standout performances across both games at Marian Jones Stadium. In one of the most exciting matches the city have seen in a while, Caesar Ridge FC edged past Reggae Boys FC in a tight battle of undefeated First Division clubs. Clayton Fitzgibbon of Caesar Ridge opened the scoring in the 19th minute. Albert Davis pulled one back for Reggae Boys in the 45th minute. But Dimitri Augustin delivered the tiebreaker in the second half at minute 67, ensuring the victory for Caesar Ridge FC. Despite being close on the scoreboard, Caesar Ridge showed composure under pressure to hold on for a victory and move closer to a chance at 3K in a future match. The big match of the day, the El Clasico, featured classic rivalry vibes between two of the division's most decorated clubs. Tut Bay FC and Kelly Street faced off for $3,000 in cash. Calvin Thornton found the back of the net for Tut Bay to go ahead in the 31st minute. Then, in the final minutes of the game, Kelly Street couldn't hold off Tut Bay's late push, with Esmond Sanlier scoring in the 89th minute to put any hopes of an equalizer to rest. With this win, Tut Bay takes home the 3,000 and bragging rights as the best of the city. Primary school football action also continued today at Berger Field, with several competitive matchups. In the female division, St. Martin's de Porres earned a 1-0 victory over Wesley Upper Methodist School. In the male division, Wesley Upper Methodist avenged their girls with a commanding 8-2 win over St. Martin de Porres boys. Meanwhile, Belize Elementary School edged St. John Vianney School 2-1 in another boys contest. In softball news, the official 2026 softball calendar opened with the Belize City Inter-Office 6-team opening marathon at their new home in Sand Hill. Though the venue had to be changed due to planned construction at Rogers Stadium, it was still the Whole Redeemer Credit Union showing that they are the team to beat, with a 17-12 victory over BEL Power Sockets in the championship match. In Rancho Dolores, we say a big congratulations to surprise cricket team of Lemonal Village. After a long wait to finish the 2025 National Cricket Association's tournament, Surprise earned a decisive win, batting 186 for 3 in 20 overs to overcome their opponents Doublehead Cabbage Armstrong, who batted 85 all out. In basketball news, final preparations are being made for the grand return of the National Elite Basketball League this Friday at the Belize Civic Center. The first game tips off at 7:30 p.m. as San Pedro Tiger Sharks host Cayo Western Ballers. Then the main event will feature Belize City Defenders hosting Orange Walk Running Rebels. But the league will be without the steady guidance of operations manager Karim Juan, who was responsible to get the tournament started and announced his resignation today.
So from mid-January until now, I was simply asked to come on to ensure that everything was in order, to ensure that the website is up, that rosters are in, that all the logistics are in place, that we have teams from all the different municipalities. So my quote-unquote resignation was not so much a resignation as it was a completion of my responsibilities and what I was being asked to do from the league.
Well, that's all we have for you this week. Until next time, I'm Shane Williams, reminding you all that friendly competition unites and balling is life. So, keep balling, Belize.
Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, Belmopan on edge after deadly Valentine's Eve shooting. Lucy commented, "Not everyone who died from gun violence are gang members. So before you go on the media, make sure to gather your information than to just talk off your head with what you think or feel as to why those young men got killed, Mr." On the topic, gas fumes forced Belize Elementary evacuation. Jessica Reyes Diaz shared, "This is a sign to remove those food stalls at the school entrance. We shouldn't wait for tragedies to happen." And finally, on new parents desperate to find answers for sick infant, Ben Samos shared, "Time to upgrade our health system and services." Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.